Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And let's get right into it because right now Bitcoin had a pretty lackluster day, but overall the week is not over, and at the moment the week looks like it was just a huge wick towards the upside. And if we still close underneath 26,700, I think we'll have proven this level to be a good amount of resistance, and then next week we may or may not start to make our way down towards 21,000 to 23,000. But again, that remains to be seen, right? Because at the moment, I think this is still our primary count, which is a B wave top here and then a C wave towards the downside, at which point I think we will bottom. And I just discussed this with the Discord members inside the Discord on our weekly recap, but I think that we may form a wave 2, a bigger wave 2, and then at that point I think it's going to extend into a wave 3, into a wave 4 pullback, and wave 5, but again that remains to be seen. And again, this wave 2 can extend for a long period of time. Wave 2s usually are very boring and get everyone to get out of their longs, and before the third wave comes. But usually you want to wait it out, because the third wave is the wave that you do not want to miss, because it's usually the biggest wave out of your 5 wave move, and the third wave is usually the biggest one, right? So even if it takes months, right, and you just chop sideways, that is going to be an accumulation phase. And we might even get some very big pops here in wave 2, and it might shake a lot of people out, right? So just be wary of that. And then once we start to get going, and by that time it'll be too late, you'll have exited your positions. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking in the bigger picture. So very bullish on Bitcoin overall, but in the short term, still very bearish. And I actually want to thank you guys. Someone put a very constructive comment the other day on one of my YouTube videos. I want to outline. So again, he does not agree with me at all, right? So again, I just posted that this move will be coming soon, and again he said, always appreciate your take on the markets. As of late, I haven't been in agreement, but I think it's truly important to listen and to stay open to the opposing point of view. And myself as well, I can always see the other side of the trade, right? That the wave C is already in, right? This was a B wave up, and then that was your C wave down, and then the bottom of wave 2 is already in, and then we're gonna take off at any point now, and this is the wave 2, and then you're gonna go in a third wave into a fourth wave, right? But for me, at this moment in time, I think that we still have yet to put in a low in the C wave. I don't think that this is your low just yet. I think you're going to go a little bit lower, and that this wave 2 here is going to extend a little bit further down than what people think. Maybe 21 to 20,000, maybe even 23, right? We don't have to reach 21, but in my opinion, we're going to come back down to those psychological levels. And then at that point, that'll be when I'm starting to accumulate Bitcoin and longing again. But again, probably people are going to get into a panic phase, emotional, and they'll sell. And that's when you want to buy their Bitcoins from them, right? And moving on, we'll take a look at the wave edge, which has signaled a red cross here, which is a bearish signal for Bitcoin. And again, wave edge was designed for Bitcoin, and right now it's showing us that this was a short signal at these levels here, and right now it's starting to play out okay. We'll have to see next week how Bitcoin is going to play out. If Bitcoin gets more downside, then that'll be, this signal right here will have proven the move, but it doesn't, it's not always 100% guarantee. That's why you use your stop loss, and if you get stopped out, in that case, then you move on to the next trade, and you look for more opportunities then. And if we move on to the shorter time frames, like the 4 hour, you saw the whales again. Just reiterating this from previous videos, have unloaded a good amount of Bitcoin here at the highs at 27,500, and now we're sitting back at 26,500, right? We are getting some green crosses at the moment on the 4 hour time frame, which means that we could still see a little bit more upside, right? We could still see a pop up, maybe back to these highs around 28,000, retest them, double top, and then start to come back down. Or we may even come up even higher, and then the B wave could extend to this level here, and then you'll come back down into a C wave, right? So this is your A wave, right? Or sorry, this is your A wave down, and then this is your B wave extending up, and then it's really poorly drawn. But I'll just redraw it maybe right now for you guys, so I don't look like such an idiot. So yeah, there you go. That's your A wave and your B wave, and then your C wave. But the B wave can extend higher, right? It doesn't mean that, you know, this is it, that's the top, and we're not going to go any higher than this. It can always go higher. But right now I'm playing it with the probabilities that this is the high in place and that we're going to go lower from here. All right. Okay. All right. I think I explained myself well there. Moving along here, I just want to take a look at the dollar. So the dollar has been very bullish, and at the moment, if the dollar keeps going up, that'll be bearish for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been holding out very well though, considering everything that's been happening in the S&P, the NASDAQ. Everything is selling off, kind of in a panic mode a little bit right now. You're getting a little bit of volatility. In my opinion, Bitcoin is performing very well because it's a risk asset and it's not being sold off. But if next week you get more selling and some more bad news comes out, Bitcoin could start to capitulate, and it could capitulate in a pretty dramatic fashion because it hasn't seen any of the selling that's been experienced in the stock market, right? So you may be seeing a lot of unloading, and then you'll see that the $25,000 level is going to be taken out, and that will cascade into a bunch of stop losses being triggered, and that'll add to the selling, then liquidations, and then so on and so forth. And that's when you get your very violent move, right? So again, that's what I'm expecting probably in the coming weeks, headed into October. But just remember, you know, I'm not always going to be right. And if you guys see a more bullish scenario playing out, then by all means, play it, take the trade, and then go along, right? But if you don't see it and you still see that, you know, that this trade is going to play out towards the downside, then by all means, take a short position, but set a stop loss. And again, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you and do what you want. So that's basically it. I don't have anything else to add. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys join Discord, which is free by the way, and we do a weekly recap every single week, and I post it on my YouTube channel, Hedgeline Trading. So if you guys want to you know, go follow me there, you guys can go help me support my channel, my secondary channel, which I do my stock market analysis as well. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Love you all. Peace.